TJ Watt is currently actively participating in a sit-in, a hold-in for a new contract. It has not been settled. All training camp, he's been doing this. I guess he's been going through individual drills, but not doing any team drills, not really doing any one-on-one reps or anything like that. It is now carried into the first week of the season, and it has been reported by Ari Mirov of Pro Football Focus at My Sports Update. Important that the Steelers have a rule not to do extensions once the season begins. So Saturday becomes the deadline here. Deal would be huge if it gets done. Also, is that the same rule they have for fucking TJ Watt, I wonder, when TJ Watt is potential defensive player of the year back-to-back years here and planning on being the highest paid player on the defensive side of the ball. At Tone Diggs, Pittsburgh Steelers without TJ Watt. What? No TJ Watt? What? He hasn't played any drills or any meaningful reps at all in training camp, and he's a defensive end. Does that matter or will that not matter? We saw him training with J.J. Watt, even sitting in frozen ponds. Is all that for naught because he's not going to play for the Steelers? What? What?
You know, I know. AJ knows the meaningful reps. If he's going through individuals, he'll be fine. I'm not worried about the team stuff. Last year, Cam Hayward got extended on September 6th. Hopefully, TJ gets something done today or tomorrow. I would expect that it gets done before the season.
Is your sources saying this, or you just listen to everybody else's sources?
I was just thinking with my brain that, hey, you want the money, you want TJ Watt to play.
All right.
Let's get this done.
Hey, let's put our swords aside. You want the money? You want him on your team, right? Yep. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because if not, does this become a bigger deal, especially with the Pittsburgh Steelers who are going to have to go through stuff? New offensive coordinator, Ben Roethlisberger, not etched in stone that this is his last season. Is Pittsburgh in trouble if they can't get this deal done? Because Minka's sitting there looking for a deal. Joe Hayden said he's getting out of there. Oh, no. Is everything on fire in Pittsburgh, A.J. Hawk?
Well, if they do not come to an agreement before Saturday, does he still play in the game? How does this work?
Does he retire?
He's still under contract.
So. Is TJ Watt going to be run out of the league by the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Wow.
Is TJ Watt going to retire? Because the holdout of a game is a lot of money. And I don't know how that necessarily works, especially for the TJ Watt legacy. Are the Steelers flexing right now that they have all the leverage because there's really nothing that TJ can do if they don't give him a deal, AJ?
I guess, but TJ also probably feels like he has a lot of leverage because he knows, hey, they need me. They know what I can do on the field. They want to, and the fans, I'm sure, aren't. You guys could tell me more.
Last one out.
Saying get it done now.
He's the last one introduced.
Okay, yeah. So the fans, I assume, are on TJ's side here, saying, "Hey, whatever he needs, give it to him."
Nah, Yinzers ain't like that. They're on his side. He's the last one being introduced. They will go bananas for TJ Watt when he does his karate kick thing with the whole thing. They go bananas. But if you cross, the Steelers, they will fucking get him out. Get them out of here if that's the way it is. You get to play for the Steelers, pal, is how they view it. I'm not sure that's how Diggs feels, but that is how Yinzers normally feel in these types of situations. Am I wrong or am I right?
I think there might be two different sections of Steelers fans.
This is the business fan.
I'm seeing a lot on social media of just pay TJ Watt whatever he wants, blah, 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 stuff like that. But then there is also the group that is always for the team.
Fine.
TJ ain't never going to be JJ. So.
The issue, I guess, is the Steelers don't guarantee money after year one, potentially, but they do it with signing bonuses and stuff like that so that the guaranteed money offsets. But
yeah, so the Steelers normally fuck people over in their deals. And TJ Watt saying, hey, we're in a new time. I'm a new player. This ain't how it's going to go forever. Listen, I will change the whole thing here.
If it was good enough for Defensive Player of the Year, Troy Polamalu, if it was good enough for Defensive Player of the Year, James Harrison, it should be good enough for runner-up Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt, okay?
Ooh. You heard that at the end?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the Inzers that I was referring to there when I was saying, there's some people that love TJ Watt. They'll celebrate a deal getting done with TJ Watt, by the way, if it happens. If it's a massive amount of money, they'll celebrate it. But if numbers get leaked to a deal that he hasn't agreed to by the Steelers organization, which does happen in negotiations between teams and players, where the teams will just accidentally leak out, hey, we offered him fucking $25 million a year.
Oh, that's a lot.
Could you imagine saying no to $25 million a year to play a fucking game? That is what happens in these negotiations. And in Pittsburgh, the Inzers will hear that and be like, hey, you're fucking right. what is this guy doing? But if he was to sign for $26 million a year, they'd be like, hey, he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it. So it's just it's a fascinating thing that all they give a fuck about is whether or not he's playing. If he's not playing, fuck him. If he is playing, we love him. And I think that's how a lot of fan bases are, AJ.
I hope a lot of fan bases are like that. Like, hey, if you're with us, we are 100% have your back. If not, see you later. Go play for somebody else. I think they find a way to get it done, absolutely. And I would assume they already have the numbers somewhat figured out. It's the structure, like you said, how they try to work things and guarantees after a year, like opt-outs. I'm sure the structure of it is what they're trying to figure out right now. But I don't see any way they get to the game and they don't have him signed.
Whatever happened to just deal?
Yeah.
You know?
Those work out a lot.
Good question.
They do.
They do. I've done numerous. I haven't spit on my hand, especially now in the COVID era, but I'm fucking, actually, I should be probably spitting in people's mouths because I have the antibodies.
Juice.
Is that how it works?
I guess I can do whatever I can go suck COVID through a straw right now
That's right.
if I wanted to. Allegedly.